Hello, friends. Welcome back to English Classes Online. My name is Benjamin. Today's video is on Register in English, solving Ssce English past questions. West African Senior School Certificate Examination, English Learn at Home Series 6. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. You will find a red button tagged subscribe. Click on it and you will be automatically subscribed to the channel. Click on the bell icon as well so that whenever a new video goes live on this channel, you will be notified instantly. On this channel, we discuss English learning, and our goal is to give you the linguistic tools that will enable you to achieve proficiency in the use of English, and that will also enable you to score high in your English exams if you are going to sit for one. In addition to this, we create videos on content creation, digital marketing, and online business with a view to helping you to create multiple streams of income by starting your own online business. If you are interested in videos like this, of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you click on the bell icon as well. Having said this, let's dive into the lesson right away. We want to look at the West African Senior School Certificate Examination of June 2020. We are looking at section 6 of the objective test questions, and our major focus will be on questions bordering on register. We are going to look into it, but let's first familiarize ourselves with what we mean by register. Now, register is the use of language for a particular purpose or in a particular social situation. According to Jonathan Swift, a notable English scholar, register is about putting proper words in proper places. Of course, there is a relationship between register and style, all right? But in this particular episode, we are looking at register from a particular perspective. You know, register is often used to refer to words associated with a specific field of activity. And so you hear people talk about the register of agriculture, register of education, register of law, register of advertising, register of government and politics, register of sports, and so on and so forth. So we shall be looking at register from this perspective. And it's not far from the word vocabulary when you hear English teachers, teaching their students what is known as vocabulary development. It is all about the words in a language, or the words that a person knows and uses in a language, or the meaning that is closely related to the register we are talking about. The words typically used when talking about a particular subject or field of study. For example, you talk about the vocabulary of agriculture, the vocabulary of politics, the vocabulary of sports. So you can see a close relationship in this shade of meaning between vocabulary and register. Then, while solving the questions as we are going to do, we shall also be mindful of other grammatical concepts such as collocation. You know, collocation is a group of words that usually go together. And so we can't ignore the concept or the principle of collocation, even when discussing register or vocabulary. Then another concept is semantics. These are all interconnected, because semantics has to do with the meaning of a word, phrase, or text. So let's be mindful of this, that as we now go into solving these questions. Let me actually pick the annotation and see how we can use this to draw our attention to what we are talking about. So here we want to look at, well, let me see if I can change. Can I change the color? Okay, yes. Let me use, I prefer to use this color so that it will be a bit, okay, what did I do here? Okay, so in the following passage, the numbered gaps indicate missing words. Against each number in the list below the passage, 4 options are given in columns lettered A to D. Choose the word that is the most suitable to fill the numbered gaps in the passage. So let's look at this. Hardly a day passes without news of terrible accidents on our roads. Most of the time, these are caused by the ignorance and dash of drivers. So you can see that, you know, we are now dealing with the register of road transportation, all right? And the aspect that concerns drivers or driving, vehicle driving, to be quite specific. And we want to look at the words associated with driving and road transportation. So that is what register is about. That is also what vocabulary is about. That is also what collocation is about. That is also what semantics is about. So you can see that we can't talk about register in isolation of other grammatical concepts. These are all interrelated, all right? Now, for us to look at this, we shall be looking at the options. Now, let me just read through it, then we look at the options, and then we begin to take this one by one so that it will be easier for us to actually understand. All right? Most of the time, these are caused by the ignorance and dash of drivers. Besides the vehicles, besides the ignorance of the drivers, most of the vehicles that ply our roads are not dash. Vehicles are supposed to be tested annually before certificates are issued. All right. However, vehicle owners are issued with these certificates even when their vehicles have not been properly dashed. Most of the drivers do not have valid driver's dash. All right. After a period of training, the prospective drivers are made to go through a road test. It is only when they pass this test that they are dashed to drive. Some drivers never even had a learner's dash when they were learning to drive. Consequently, they have no knowledge of dash rules. They are ignorant of what speed dash means. To them, 100 kilometers per hour may mean minimum speed allowed. Little wonder the dash on our road. So, of course, we use dash to refer to the gaps, and we have read through it. And while I read through it, you must have noticed some words that should be familiar, that you should be familiar with if you actually understand the language of road transportation, and specifically the language of vehicle driving. All right. Now, these are the options given 71 to 80, and we have the various options. So, but I want us to take these questions one by one. Now, here we are. Of course, we need to understand that we are dealing with the West African Senior School Certificate Examination questions. So you can see there was a typo here, which we have actually corrected. It is the West African Senior School Certificate Examination of June 2020. That's what we are dealing with. Now let's go ahead and take the questions one by one. Now, solving the questions. Now, we pick 3 questions and then we solve them, you know, in line with the options given. Now, let's start doing that. Hardly a day passes without news of terrible accidents on our roads. Most of the time, these are caused by the ignorance and dash of drivers. And when you look at the options given here, you will see that option A is forgetfulness. And if you look at forgetfulness, of course, this is out of it because it does not really fit in within the register of driving. B is carelessness, and this is quite correct because carelessness is a word that actually that is relevant to the register of driving. Of course, one of the major causes of accidents is driving, or another word that can be used is reckless driving or dangerous driving. These are all words that are associated with driving. Wickedness is out of it because that's actually not part of the language or the register of driving. You can talk of wickedness when analyzing human behavior or when talking of morality or spirituality. Doubtfulness is also not part of it, so the correct answer is carelessness. And let's read it again and try to see if it fits in. Most of the time, these are caused by the ignorance and carelessness of drivers, so that actually fits in. Besides the ignorance of the drivers, most of the vehicles that ply our roads are not dash. Let's look at the options. Option A, road friendly, that is out of it. Roadworthy is correct because when the VIOs, the vehicle inspection officers, are inspecting vehicles on the road, they are checking to confirm whether the vehicles are roadworthy or not. And of course, there are certain documents that are issued by a government agency that actually confirms whether the vehicle is roadworthy or not. So streetwise is out of it, tested is out of it. Now let's look at the next question. Vehicles are supposed to be tested annually before certificates are issued. However, vehicle owners are issued with these certificates even when their vehicles have not been properly dashed. You see, when I was solving question number 72, I mentioned the word inspection. The vehicle inspection officers, I used the word inspect, and you can see that that is actually the answer here. Option A is scrutinize, no. Appraise, no. You can talk of appraisal maybe in relation to jobs. Then considered, no. Inspected, yes, you inspect a vehicle. So these are the right options. So let's wipe this and then we go over to the next page and look at other questions from 74. So that's okay. Most of the drivers do not have valid driver's dash. Of course, you should be conversant with this. A driver should have a license. That's the appropriate word. Option A, document, no. B, papers, no. C, license, yes. That's the correct option. D, particulars, no. You talk of vehicle particulars, but when you talk of the driver, it is the driver's license. A driver should have a license to certify that he is qualified to drive. Then a vehicle should have particulars to confirm that, you know, the ownership and everything about it is valid or legitimate. So let's continue. There are driving schools with qualified dash to prepare prospective drivers. You see, those who teach in the regular schools are called teachers, but those who teach in the driving schools are called instructors. So when we look at option A, trainers, no. Option B, instructors, yes. Driving instructors. C, experts, no. D, teachers, no. Teachers are those who teach in the primary, secondary, and you know, other regular schools, all right? Academic schools. But talking about the driving schools, those who teach or those who, you know, prepare drivers for their tests are called instructors. Now let's take the next question. It is only when they pass this test that they are dashed to drive. All right. Option A, certified. That is the likely option because from certified, you have certificate. All right. Drivers are given, well, they are certified. They are given license. All right. Well, is that arguable? Let's find out. All right. Then confirmed, no. Graded, no. Accredited, no. I will go for certified because when you certify someone, then you actually issue a certificate, and that certificate issued is in form of a license. That's the driver's license to confirm that this person is actually qualified to drive. All right, so again, let's erase this and go to our next page. All right. So we are going to continue from question 77. So let's do that. Some drivers never even had a learner's dash when they were learning to drive. Of course, you should be very conversant with this. When you are learning to drive, you need a learner's permit. So that shows that option A is correct. Learner's permit. Clearance, no. Authority, no. Order, no. Let's continue. Consequently, they have no knowledge of dash rules. Of course, when you learn how to drive, you learn the various traffic rules. Of course, traffic rules. So option A, expressway, no. B, traffic, yes. Traffic rules. Highway rules, well, not quite. You can talk of the highway code, but when you talk of rules, rules collocate with traffic, then code collocates with highway. we talk of the highway code, but then when we are talking of rules, we are talking of the traffic rules, road rules out of it. Okay, so let's go on. To them, 100 kilometers per hour may mean minimum speed allowed. All right. All right. Okay, we omitted a line. They are ignorant of what speed dash means. Of course, you talk of speed limit. All right. So option A, distance, no. B, control, no. C, mileage, no. D, limit, yes. So let's do away with this. Let's take it up. All right. Then the last but not the least question is that of question 18. To them, 100 kilometers per hour may mean minimum speed allowed. Little wonder they dash on our roads. Murder on our roads, no. When someone kills another, it is murder, but that is not the word for the death of a large group of people through accidents. Sins, no. You can talk of the sins in a video or in a film or in a play, but certainly not in this context. Incidents, no. You can talk of the rising incidence of road accidents, but talking about the death of the number of people that die by accident, the word is carnage. You hear about the carnage on our roads, the carnage on our roads. That refers to, you know, the death of a large group of people by accident. All right. So this actually is how you can answer questions on register. And I hope you have learned a lot from today's video. You will agree with me that, you know, this video has been helpful if you are going to sit for any of those exams. West African Senior School Certificate Examination, we took the question we solved from section 6 of the West African Senior School Certificate Examination of June 2020. And what you need to do to be able to answer questions correctly in section 6 is to learn the registers of various fields of human activity. Register of sports, register of agriculture, register of government and politics, register of advertising, register of business, register of commerce, register of computer, register of internet, and so on and so forth. Because the examiners can pick, you know, any particular field and decide to set questions on it. All right, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, like the video and share it with your friends and relations. If you have any comments, any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. If you browse through the description section, you will find other videos that will be useful to you in gaining proficiency in the use of English and also acquiring the linguistic tools, the grammatical principles that will enable you to score high in any of your English exams. Don't forget that on this channel, we also create videos on content creation, digital marketing, and online business. And if you are interested in videos like this, if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Remember to click on the bell icon as well, so that whenever a new video goes live on this channel, you will be instantly notified. I want to thank you for being part of today's episode. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye for now and remain blessed.
Many thanks for watching today's video. A big thank you to all of you out there for being part of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, kindly subscribe to this channel. Subscribe now as a way of giving us support. For notification about new videos, click on the bell icon. You will find the bell icon. Click on it so that whenever a new video is uploaded, you will be instantly notified. If you have actually enjoyed the video, like and share the video with your friends and relatives. This is very important. If you have any comments, leave your comments below. Any questions, any suggestions, we would gladly receive them and respond promptly and positively to them. See you in the next video. I look forward to always seeing you in the new video.